Road to Disciples 3 is on. Hey everybody, I'm Tebow from MondoMusico.com. Disciples 3 is the next big installment in the award-winning franchise of Disciples by Strategy First, and it's ready to take 2008 by storm. It's on its way. This game is going to be awesome for newcomers and for veterans of the Disciples universe alike, so be sure to check out worldofdisciples.com for all the latest information on this title. And now, from the deep, dark world of Disciples, to the high-flying world of Enemy Engaged 2. Now, here's something of interest to all of our fans in the US and in Canada. If you buy Enemy Engaged 2 before the date shown here, you can win a 4GB Ipod Nano. So be sure to check out strategyfirst.com for all the details on this great contest. Get yourself a copy of Enemy Engaged 2 before this date and win yourself a 4GB Ipod Nano. A great offer. Check out the site for details. Enemy Engaged 2 is a modern combat helicopter simulation, and it's available to you for $29.99. And next up, you're going to hear from the developers of Enemy Engaged 2, so check this out.
When we first found out that we'll work on Enemy Engaged 2, all of us became very excited because we knew that Enemy Engaged 1 has set very high standards in all helicopter simulations, so that the expectations for this game will be very high. We had to improve complete playing experience, but the priority was on visuals. The original Enemy Engaged engine was based on DirectX 7, so we had to translate it in DirectX 9 in order to have support for latest pixel shaders and maps. We also had to improve shadows, particle systems and multiplayer.
The original game offered great freedom to the player to fly wherever he wants over vast and authentic terrains. Keeping that in the new game was a must for us. On the other hand, every modern game asks for a high level of detail, rich with textures and high realism. By designing a new terrain engine, we try to fulfill both of those demands, and yet not create a performance hog out of it.
We have made completely new, more realistic and authentic models and textures for all objects. Models that we have made are mid-poly geometry, which means that they are very detailed. Also, all the textures are in high resolution, which really gives natural look to the game.
The goal was to create a realistic helicopter simulation, and I think we did a good job. On the other hand, the game can be played in arcade mode, so we hope to attract a wider audience. When in full simulation mode, the game can be very realistic and very demanding, and when in arcade mode you can just go around and shoot the bad guys as much as you like. The game features 3 campaigns, 2 of them, Lebanon and Taiwan, are similar to those of original game, but with some improvements. Korea campaign is new, and we hope to provide a lot of fun to players.
And last but not least, in this episode of the Strategy First Vodcast, the next installment of Emmanuel Wall's interview with the infamous baseball legend, Bill Spaceman Lee. Check it out, here it comes.
Alright, in 1979, you're now at Montreal Expo. Can you describe your mood heading into that season?
I was depressed. I was depressed when I got traded on December 7th. And then I was mad. And after getting mad, I said I'm going to get even, so I started a long-distance running program. I didn't shave. I had long hair and a beard. I come to spring training and they try to throw me out.
Really?
Yeah. Warren Cromartie talked to cops and to let me in the ballpark. They were almost going to arrest me in Daytona and take me to jail.
Because of your...
Because of my appearance.
Your parents?
My appearance.
Oh, your appearance.
My appearance was not that of becoming of a Montreal Expo, but
that's weird.
They let me keep the beard, and I went on and won my first 10 games with the Expos in '79. I was 10-4 with the Expos.
That's good. That's awesome.
So I came out and had a good start. Yeah.
Good. Now, in the American League and in the National League, you worked with Hall of Fame catchers, Carlton, Fisk, and Gary Carter.
Yeah, I was very blessed.
How important is a pitcher and a catcher relationship?
I think it's very important that he catch the ball when you throw it.
That's right.
And that he do not do too much thinking,
right?
Because thinking hurts the ball club. And let me control the game and the tempo
So a pitcher controls.
A pitcher controls the tempo by the way he delivers the ball, in the fashion he delivers it, and the whole thing of pitching is deceiving the hitter and upsetting his timing, and the catcher has to know that. Fisk was very, very deliberate, and I forced him to speed up his tempo with me. Carter was very quick. I had nothing to do with him. In fact, I slowed him down a few times, but they were both exceptionally great catchers. Carter was the quickest cat I'd ever seen behind the plate, and he was the first catcher with ADD ever to make it to the ball.
Yeah, reluctantly as an Expo in his opinion.
You know what? He is above all things. I always said if a load of horse shit fell on the 401, he would sell it before he got scraped up. He was a marketer. He did that in New York. You know, he politicked to get into the Hall of Fame. And it's easier for catchers, I think, to get in the Hall of Fame because it's a tough position.
Right.
And it's supposedly you're the general of the ball club. So there are a lot of catchers.